DJ Holy Foe. Yo.
You're locked into Point 5 Creative Studios, where Africa's stories aren't just told, they're produced. News, politics, entertainment films that move the continent. We bring the truth, the fire, the creativity. Your world, powered by African storytelling. Point 5 Creative Studios. Point 5 Creative Studios. Point 5 Creative Studios. Point 5 Creative Studios. Point 5 Creative Studios.
Mukomana Rutendo Matinyarare akanzi chimhanye, famba nacho, ita kuti zviite mfana wami, tinokusanganisa nemari. Mukomana vaachimhanya sematauriro ake, vaachimhanya kusvikira masanctions anzi maya masanctions ngati mabvisei kuZimbabwe kwabho. Onai vanhu vakawanda vari kutaura zvakanaka pamusoro penyika yeZimbabwe. Even vana vevhu vacho vari kufara nezviri kuitika munyika yeZimbabwe. Pakuzoti gau kanga richibuda 4 million yanga mandivimbisa iri kupi? Haisi kubuda 4 million. Ndo zvaita kuti mukomana asvike pakupopota, pakutaura mashoko aari kutaura zvamanje manje. Ende ndoda kukunzwisai a leaked conversation between Rutendo Matinyarare nani naSabhuku Temba Mliswa Shumba. Shumba, mgomo wangu Shumba, vakashata, varikupisa. Zara kundonzi DJ Oli, the name of the platform is Point 5 Creative Studios. If it's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any exciting content uploaded. Askana wanga wagara, ori mugaro wepanapa nango kutenda nekutasei, nekurumza kubhadhara rent. Thank you very much for supporting Point 5 Creative Studios. Ndisandapinda munyaya yangu zvizere ndokuti kana une business raunaro rauda kushambadzirwa, ndibate namba dzangu ndo dziri pascreen idzo. Kana une nyaya yaunayo yauri kuda kuti ndifambire, ndibate futi pasame number. Ipapo tinodzifambira nyaya dzacho tisingatye, tisingavhunduke, tisingakwate ani nani zvake. Right, and open an FNB bank account using a passport pasina permit. Wani munhu ari kuzvigona izvozvo zvamanje manje ndibaba Maikoro. Bata mic panhamba dziri pascreen idzo. Wotaura kuti wabva nekuna DJ Holy ende vari kutaura kuti iwewe ndiwe munhu wacho ari kupa maspecial. Kana munhu akangotaura kuti abva nekwa DJ Holy, wovhurirwa bank account zvisina chitsotsi, zvisinganonoke. Aiwa, basa riri kubatwa, mangirikini feedback ndiri kuinzwa kubva kuvanhu vakasiyana siyana. Bata namba dziri pascreen idzo. Right, ndisandapinda muleaked audios, regai ndimbokuverengerai tweet riri kuseri kwangu iro, timboonesana kuti zviri kunzi chii. Mushure mekunge Temba Mliswa apindura achitaura kuti aiwa kazvinzaro wangu, ngatidai titaurirane chii muchinyararire, kana kuti mari yako unogona kuipiwa nehurumende plus usapota uchiitisa zvinhu zvivari jekerere. Rutendo amba angonopindura zvikanzi, nhai Shumba, why are you attacking me on social media and forcing me to start releasing files and evidence on an issue you are trying to stop me from releasing information on social media? Why, Shumba? Soon I will be forced to release a recording of Kuda on those issues. You guys are only making the situation worse. You guys are only making the situation worse. Was this not you I was speaking to here on the 28th of January 2023? Why didn't we speak about this if I am making false claims? Anzani musiri mere wandaitaura nemi apa. ndo leaked audio racho, maaudios acho anoda kukunzwisai kuti zvakatongooma zviri kutaurwa zviri kuitika zvani zvamanje manje handitika. Right, let's hear kuti sisifadzi vanatenga nasisifadzi ozati vari kupisa zvekutoita sei zvekutodaro. Rega tiverenge tweet ravo tinzwe kuti vari kutiwo chiyo. Good day Temba Mliswa. Is this audio authentic? Who were you speaking to? Who is Kuda failing to pay? What was the payment for? So is it the case that kupengereka kwese kwamunoita online is for money? Where do you come in? Unopinda papi iwewe Temba Mliswa. Why are you suggesting that the government should pay? Are you happy for taxpayers' funds to be abused in this manner? Nyika isina mishonga muzvipatara here. Please clarify the position in the public interest. We need new leaders. Vavapedza zvavo sisifadzai mahere. Vakashata. Right, ndisingatambise nguva. Let's jump into the audios. Akalika acho tinzwe kuti zviri kunzi chii.
But Moy, if I'm not mistaken, you told me Kuda said you'd get money from the government, isn't it? And I think it's the government responsibility because this whole sanctions issue is not about Kuda. But Moy, if I'm not mistaken, you told me Kuda said you'd get money from the government, isn't it? And I think it's the government responsibility because this whole sanctions issue is not about Kuda. And I think the mistake we're making it a Kuda thing because Kuda has somehow volunteered because it's affected. We're not Billy Rottenberg. They're on sanctions. They went and cleared these themselves and so forth. But it's a national crisis. It's a national issue in terms of sanctions. So where is the money government should be giving you? Don't you think you should be pursuing this more with government rather than Kuda an individual? I'm just thinking after the discussion that we had in the car, remember? Because we start blaming Kuda no pinda papi pama sanctions. He had already affected and so forth. Why don't we push government on this? Why don't we speak to the Minister of Finance who has the money to push this? You know, this way I think it's important for you to lead this and to go as far as His Excellency. Say, His Excellency, this is what we're doing. The country is suffering. Okay, they give money to lobbyists, but lobbyists have done nothing. This way you're coming. So let's make it a Zimbabwean issue which the Zimbabwean government must deal with. If the government has no faith in it, tinosiana nazo. You see, because what you have a situation where you who have your name soiled, your lawyer soiled, and so forth. Yet at the end of the day, Kuda does not have to deal with it. You can leave it alone. Already is on sanctions and so forth. And what does he need? The very same country that he supports, it's not supporting him. It's individual supporting him. It has to be a national issue, which then you guys are running with it and so forth. Kubira Kudara, I agree, you've been dealing with this sanctions issue and so forth, defending the sovereignty of this country, the business people in this country and so forth. But to be honest with you, I think let's push it to government level. I think you need to engage Webster Shamu, okay, and the Foreign Affairs Minister. He is the chairperson for the Foreign Affairs thing, and go before them, even write to the committee. Yeah, in fact, that's a good one. Committee of Foreign Affairs, we want to appear before you and talk about sanctions. They will support you and say, we need money to go out there. That's a good one. I can tell you that they will support you and money will be availed. Because this is what we have done. We need to do this and that. Write to the parliamentary committee, write to the clerk and say, this is what we've been doing. We're doing this for the nation and so forth. We don't believe my sanctions are imposed on junior and so forth. Because tomorrow is somebody. It's people who are suffering. They will never suffer. It's people who work for them who suffer, companies who suffer and so forth. That's my thinking as well.
No, Temba. Kuda should never... No, Mzukuru. It's very important for you to listen to the messages that I've sent you so that you understand who is involved, who made assurances, and who didn't, right? And that's why I'm making all these messages. I know that it's a lot of information, but I'm making all these messages so that you understand where Kuda comes in. Kuda brought himself into this issue. We didn't go to Kuda. The government didn't go to Kuda. Kuda came in and made contact with me. JR came in and made contact with me. And they said that I should run with this case. It is not the government that did that. It is Kuda who did that. It is Kuda and JR who contacted me a day or two after the special rapporteur and said I should go to court. It is Kuda 2 months later who said I must come to Harare. It is Kuda who paid for my ticket to fly to Harare so that we talk specifically about the fact that I must launch this thing, we must undertake this legal case. Even though Linus Mapfumo and the DG might have been pushing with Simba, might have leaked information to the media, but at the end of the day, the person who got in touch with me and spoke to me directly about it, put me up in a hotel and said, okay, let's do this thing. It was Kuda. It was Kuda who said, start the case. It was Kuda who then brought a ticket for me and the advocate to go to Harare once again. And for the advocate and me to stay in Harare for 2 months for the advocate and for me to stay in Harare for 6 months. It was Kuda who made the promise that he's going to get us the evidence that we need. It was Kuda who said, I am going to go to the DG and the committee that we sit on and get you this money. So it's important for you to understand that, Shumba. Otherwise, if you don't understand how this thing started, then even your process of mediating here will not be helpful because you don't understand the inception. So Kuda and I sat and made an agreement. Kuda said, I want you to pay your debts. I want you to get rid of your debts. I want you to focus on this fight. What fight was he talking about? The fight against sanctions. I want you to focus on this fight against sanctions for the nation of Zimbabwe. Not for you, not for me, but for Zimbabwe. Because we want these sanctions to be removed of Zimbabweans. That's Kuda's undertaking. I will give you the money to start the fight, but I'm not going to give you all the money because I don't want it to look like it's my fight. So I'm going to make sure that I will get you, not you will get from government, I will get you from government the money that is in a kitty of 56 million that sits with the DG and I sit on that committee. We will get you that money. That's Kuda. I will get you into the offices and the people you need to talk to get evidence. He is making those undertakings. I didn't ask him to make those undertakings. I didn't know Kuda. He contacted me to tell me that I want to help you through this process so that we help Zimbabwe. So it's very important. We can't exonerate him from that, Shumba, because if he hadn't come to me, I would have continued to work with the people I was working with at the pace that I was working with, and we would have been able to make a decision whether we have the resources or not, and would have decided whether to do the case or not. Had we continued with Mapfumo and the CIO, would have seen where it would have led us after they'd leaked the information, Simba and Mapfumo. But Kuda came in. Junior came in. Junior said, let's go to court. I will find you the money. Kuda invited me a month or two later and said the same thing. And then they gave me mandates. Win the court of public opinion, right? Undertake the legal fight. Kuda's name was in the papers of the court by the banks. We had to give him that information. He was supposed to give us affidavits to answer. You understand? So it's important. It's so important, Shumba, for you to follow the line of events. And remember, when we then went to the DG said, the president said, go to Kuda. So Kuda and I have got an agreement separate to government. Whether he's acting on behalf of government, whether he's acting on behalf of the president, we can only make inferences from what it is that is being said. When Kuda called me in September or November, when you spoke to him, he said, I will give you what I promised. And I will give you what I owe you. He didn't say go to government. Because had he said go to government, I said, why did you come to me? Why did you make us start a process if you knew that you don't want to do this process, government must do it? Why did you take it upon yourself to be the sponsor of this process. So we can't exonerate Kuda because he made an agreement with me. He approached me. I didn't know Kuda. I didn't have his numbers. I never asked him to help us. He took it upon himself to come to me. So we can't now say all of a sudden when it suits Kuda, yes, he can just walk away. And then what? Who made me go to start this issue? Who gave me the assurances that I can start this issue? It was Kuda. So we need to understand that part. And we can't exonerate Kuda from that part because there was a meeting of the minds and an agreement right there. An agreement and a separate agreement with government. He took it upon himself to go to government, utilizing his position to then get us the resources because he says, I can sponsor you the whole thing, but I don't want it to look like I'm making it my fight. I am going to get government to give you what you need so that it becomes a national fight. He never delivered that. So he was supposed to deliver government's money. He was supposed to deliver government's resources. He was supposed to deliver government's evidence leaders. He didn't. So it's very important for us to understand that. And like I'm saying, when we then went to the government through the Director General, the Director General said he got an instruction from the President that Kuda will deal with this. We've been dealing with other people within intelligence, military and civil. And all of them have said that the President said he's dealing with it and the President has got his people who are dealing with it, which implies Kuda. So what's changed? Had Kuda not given the assurances he gave, I wouldn't be doing this. So we can't give the example of Rutendo has never come to me. Bradenkamp has never come to me. Kudnaris has never come to me. None of these other guys came to me. It's Kuda who came to me. By the time I met Kuda, he knew everything about me. And he then made promises, binding promises, in a gentleman's agreement. It can't be that he can just now say, oh no, it's government's responsibility. Why did you make it your responsibility all along? Why did you jump into the issue all along? So you can't exonerate him, Shumba. Kuda came to us, activated us. Now, Isuzu tukaona muna announce the advisor our president coming and saying you must do certain things. We believe that the mandate is coming from the president. So we do what we need to do. We're doing it because we want to do it, but now we've been enabled to do it.